Sony, Sony, Sony. I just don't understand what is with you. But are you all ready for this? Are you all surely ready? Because we got something huge for PlayStation fans. Better yet, let's just say something anti-consumer to the fans, to its player base. Let's just say that. Let's jump right on in with today's video, because man, oh man, this is going to be a wild ride and a long, decent video for you guys. Let's go on ahead and let's show you. We got some interesting stuff for you. So, welcome back to another video. This is Tech and Gaming Reviews. So, yesterday, Sony made a announcement of PlayStation Plus monthly games, and then quietly below the blog post of the monthly games, they actually have announced that PlayStation Plus, all three of the tiers, in every single, country, every single place globally, is going to be raising prices. How much prices are we talking about? Well, let's actually go on ahead and let's show you the blog post from PlayStation's own Jim Crying Money Hungry Ryan. I know that was freaking insane, but yeah, let's show you the post. So here is the blog post, PlayStation blog, that Sony made yesterday morning of the new September monthly announced games. So that is what we're going to start off with. And it says, the PlayStation Plus monthly games for September includes Saints Row Reboot, Black Desert Traveler Edition, and Generation Zero. Now, I have watched a couple YouTubers talked about these games being bad, but honestly, I have a couple friends that really do like Generation Zero, and as far as I know, I've heard decent reviews on Black Desert, and the Saints Row Reboot, I know not a lot of people did like, but I honestly didn't have a problem with that game. It's actually pretty fun, even with, some of the minor bugs that I know that it had at launch. But Saints Row is definitely, the best graphical looking Saints Row game ever, and it might not be, the best game to play, the storyline or whatever. But for just free roaming and traveling and just exploring the map and such and seeing the beautiful graphics is honestly what I really like about the new Saints Row. And the fact that it is also, unlike the other Saints Rows, where you can actually see it get nighttime and the sun coming up, unlike all the other Saints Row games, it was it would just change a time of the day if you completed a mission or you died. Say it'd be middle of the day on Saints Row the 3rd, and you died from the mission you was on, or you just died in general from free roaming and such, then once you respawn, it would be exactly nighttime, but the days would never change, automatically. So that is one thing I do like about the Saints Row game, even though I know a lot of people didn't or don't like this game. It was pretty decent, and I honestly enjoy it, at least just for, seeing the upgraded visuals and now the freaking actual automatically day-nighttime changes, and just for basically free roaming, it's not really as bad as honestly what people are saying it is. But yes, when it comes to the storyline, it will have some spots, but then it might not have as much bugs as it did before, since they did release some software updates over this past year for the game. But honestly, I don't really have a problem with Saints Row. But even though those are the games that you're getting with PlayStation Plus for the month of September, but let's actually start going down here. So it shows that you get both the games or this game for PS4 and PS5, and these two are only for PlayStation 4. But here is where it gets interesting that Sony almost like secretly announced. So it says, we also wanted to let you know that starting September 6th, we will be increasing the price for PlayStation Plus 12-month subscriptions globally across all benefit plans. This price adjustment will enable us to continue bringing high-quality games. What in the world high-quality games are you freaking talking about? Especially Saints Row. I know, like, that game is not high quality to compare to a lot of people. And just because you don't bring your first-party games day one, like Microsoft does with Xbox Game Pass, how are you bringing high-quality games when you can't even put your freaking own first-party games like Spider-Man 2 on the PS5 coming out soon, God of War Ragnarok? Like, how's that considered high-quality games when you can't even put your own high-quality first-party games on at least the premium or extra tiers day one? No. Jim Crying Ryan, you just want more money out of your fucking ass is what you want. And that's why you're charging more, and then on top making them buy those games and not putting them on the description. That's all you want, Jim Ryan, is you want the freaking money. And you don't give a crap about the consumer. You're just a money-hungry piece of pile of shit. But moving on, to continue bringing high-quality games and value-added benefits to your PlayStation Plus subscription service. Benefits is also another thing. Where are you getting, like, you are essentially not adding nothing extra. Like, there's nothing extra to it. So where's the benefits? You are not getting any benefits. You literally are just lying to the consumer, Sony, and especially you, Jim Ryan. This is completely unnecessary, and this is giving out false information to the consumer. But here we go. Here's where things get interesting. Here are the new prices for PlayStation Plus 12-month subscription plans. The PlayStation Plus Essential is going to be $80 freaking a year. Not $60 no more, $80. That is a 20% price increase, and you're now essentially paying, I know I said playing, but you're essentially now paying $80 to play online and just to grab a couple free games a month, and not even good all the time, good games. How is that getting extras and benefits and high quality games to adjust $20 freaking dollars more, especially for just the regular PlayStation Plus Essential plan? How is that $20 extra worth? It's exactly not. But here's where things get more interesting. The PlayStation Plus Extra is going to be $135. That is $35 more that you're going to be paying for the extra to have online access and to have the huge selection of PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games. And to be clear, there's not even that many PS5 games, as far as I know, on the PlayStation Plus Extra plan. But you do have a good large majority of PlayStation 4 games. But this is where things get a little bit interesting. So you're not including your first party good quality games like God of War, Uncharted, and freaking The Last of Us, even some of those games, like I know some of them are on the subscription now, but what I'm getting at is you are not allowing these games to be on the service day and date on release. So, Spider-Man 2, that's not going to be on the service, especially for the PlayStation 5, for the PS Plus Extra, or even to an extent, the PS Plus Premium. Now, I can honestly see if it was a little bit different, if you get first-party games ahead of launch, or not ahead of launch, I mean, on launch day, if you do the premium subscription and not the extra, I can see where in a case it would be a lot more benefit. But the premium doesn't even get that. So where are you getting high quality games to expand on your service? Exactly, Sony. You ain't doing jack shit. You're just ripping over the consumer even more for exactly the same service. How is that even possible? But, and then the last tier, PS Plus Premium, is going to cost almost $200. $160 a year. If you add that with tax, you're paying a little over $170 or right at $170 for the PS Plus Premium for the year. You're paying $170 for PS Plus Premium, and you can't even manually, natively play your PlayStation 3 games. I understand of them not being able to work on the PlayStation 4, but the PlayStation 5 is so powerful enough that it can definitely handle all of the PlayStation 3 games. So you can make PS3 games work natively and emulation-wise on the PlayStation 5, Sony. If you would do that on top of letting first-party games go, when they launch on the service, I can see $160 for the premium service a year being worth it. But no, you're not even doing any of that. So it's a freaking scam. It's a ripoff. You're just literally charging for absolutely nothing. Not getting no PlayStation fans, especially who already have one of the 3 tiers, you're not getting them any benefits that you're saying. You're just giving them a dumb reason to just pay more for literally what they've been getting. And then even that to an extent, even worse. I mean, even though PlayStation does give out some really good free monthly games compared to Microsoft, even though Microsoft is no longer doing that no more, because starting tomorrow, Xbox Live Gold is literally going to be considered Xbox Game Pass Core. But there is some advantages with Xbox Game Pass Core compared to this bullcrap, Sony. Microsoft is basically giving the online, even minus not having free games no more for monthly, but for PlayStation or Xbox Game Pass Core, I don't know why I said PlayStation, but for Xbox Game Pass Core, you still get the access to play online. You still get discounts on games here and there for being a subscription of that. But guess what makes it even better? Starting in just a month or so, from what I read, Microsoft is actually giving out 25 or 24, whatever, Xbox Game Pass games for free, not for you to keep, but starting out on Xbox Game Pass Core. So you're technically paying the same price for a year and monthly, but guess what? You're getting benefits with it. You're getting extra niceties, minus not having the monthly games, but you are getting at least a decent selection of Game Pass titles literally on there. Now, granted, it won't be nowhere near as much as Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, but you can't go wrong. I mean, if you're getting like at least 20 games that it's supposed to be saying, I forget how much it said. From what I read, it said 25, then it said 24, but that's still decent. And from what I read, those games were supposed to be Forza Horizon 4 and 5. There was also some other titles on there. I forget what all the games were. Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 are supposed to be on that list just as well. I forget if Skyrim is going to be on it or not, but at least Fallout 4 and Fallout 76 is going to be on that. So roughly, you're basically getting more for this new change service with Microsoft with Xbox Game Pass Core. You're getting a decent selection of games to play for that service, and you still play online, and you still get the discounts for games. So, really, Microsoft is being more pro-consumer than you, Sony, this time around. So, if you at least freaking allow PlayStation 3 games to be natively played through emulation or whatever you have to do on the PlayStation 5, because we know the PlayStation 5 can handle it. I can understand with the PlayStation 4 to an extent, but the PlayStation 5, it can definitely handle the PlayStation 3 games. The power, the CPU, and the GPU that's inside of the PS5, it is more than capable of playing those PlayStation 3 games literally through emulation. But no, Sony, you don't want to buy or pay anything to improve on that. You just want to charge more for literally streaming games that don't even run and look good half the time. Plus, you don't even like give out your first party games on each of the two services day one. So where are PlayStation fans getting high quality games and benefits from? Exactly. They're not. You're just lying out of your ass, Jim Ryan, because all you want is you want the freaking money. And you will nickel and dime all your player base as much as it takes, because you are a selfish pile of shit compared to Microsoft Phil Spencer. And I'm going to completely be honest with you, and this is not coming from an Xbox, hater, PlayStation hater, or whatever. I play everything. I play PC, I play Nintendo, I play PlayStation, and I play Xbox. I just wish that these console manufacturers like Sony and such will just be consumer friendly and stop playing like we've been playing for the last 2 decades, where one company is ahead in the console market, and then they screw up, and then the next console generation, it switches over, and then it does it again, because if you remember, Sony was the console market leader with the PlayStation 2, and then when the PS3 came out, then they screwed up, and Microsoft was getting the player base that it needed, and was selling Xbox 360s, and they were selling more 360s at the time than the PS3, even though the PlayStation 3 managed to catch up to right at around the same number as the 360. Actually, it passed just a teeny bit. But while through that generation, Microsoft was in the lead and was that sold more 360s than the PlayStation 3 during those consoles' life cycle. And then when Sony realized it and started to be more pro-consumer with the PS3, then Microsoft came out with the Xbox One and screwed up, and Sony was pro-consumer with the PS4, then Sony got it back. And then now, this might actually start changing to the other direction, even though the PlayStation 5 is more successful and is selling more than the Xbox Series consoles. But as far from what I've known, the Xbox Series X and S are selling better and even more than what the Xbox One did when it came out. So Microsoft is definitely in a little bit of a better position than they were with the Xbox One. And right here with this, Sony, you're just literally wanting to give the market leader back to Microsoft, is what it sounds like. And Microsoft, this could be an even competition, but Microsoft might actually come back and beat you, Sony, because they're freaking having cheaper plans for first-party games, and better yet, having a new plan such as Xbox Game Pass Core with extra benefits with no extra price needed. literally the same price, the $60 a year, and you get the same access as you did with Xbox Live Gold, and then you get some decent selection of Game Pass titles for no extra price. You ain't paying no extra. You're just paying the same price. So Microsoft definitely is the pro-consumer on this. So we'll finish this up right here. And it says, the new prices for the 12-month subscriptions will remain at a discounted rate when compared to purchasing the 1-month or 3-month subscriptions over a 12-month period. For current 12-month subscribers, this price increase will not take effect until your next renewal date that occurs on or after November 6th. However, any membership changes you make on or after September 6th, such as upgrades, downgrades, or buy an additional time, will update your plan reflecting the new prices. You can change or cancel your subscription at any time. Details here. And right there is where it kind of does get a little bit more strange and more kind of stupidity there. Sony literally said right there, you can cancel or change your plan at any time. And you know why they said that? Because they know that some of the PlayStation Plus subscribers out there are going to, whether if they're going to cancel or they're probably going to downgrade from the premium all the way down to the essential. And honestly, that's what I see is going to happen. A lot of the extra and premium subscribers are probably going to downgrade to the essential plan, even though it's still ridiculous charging $80 just to play online and not getting no extra benefits that they are saying, like Microsoft is with their new Xbox Game Pass Core subscription service that starts tomorrow on September 1st, 2023. So this is really freaking weird and so strange. So yeah, Sony is basically just screwing you over and just does not give a crap about the consumers because there is no extra benefits. They don't even include their first-party games on launch day, and they definitely don't even, you can't even like manually play your PlayStation 3 games directly on your PlayStation 5. You can only stream them. If Sony would at least put their first-party games day one on, even if it's just the premium subscription service, maybe not the extra, but also the extra too, considering that it's supposed to have PS4 and 5 games. So I think it should be on both, but even if they at least only did the premium service, it would be actually worth it. But they don't. They don't include the first-party games day one on the service, and the PlayStation 3, you can't even manually play your games, your PlayStation 3 favorite games, directly on your PlayStation 5 through emulation. You have to stream them. And this is where it's just so stupid. If you freaking put your first-party games on day one, Sony, on even if it's just the premium service, and you develop a emulation software that manually lets your consumers and your player base, including us, to play their favorite PlayStation 3 games on their PlayStation 5, then yes, then I would say the $160 price increase would be worth it. But no, you don't even do, not even one of those, Sony. Not even first-party games day one. So where are you saying that you're going to continue to bringing high-quality games when you can't even put your first-party games day one on either of the two services? And then charging $20 more to play online is ridiculous at this point. And I've seen a lot of the comments, and people are not really happy right now with Sony. Sony is getting a lot of backlash for this, and honestly, I hope it gets to the point to where Sony backtracks their decision yet again, just like they did with the PlayStation Portable, or not PlayStation Portable, the PlayStation Vita and the PlayStation 3 stores going to be shutting down back in late 2021. I hope you freaking get so much backlash, Sony, that you actually backtrack what you mentioned. Because $80 to play online with a $20 price hike is honestly not worth it. Unless you were actually giving out 4 games instead of 2 to 3, then the $20 for the essential plan would be possibly worth it a little more. But I'm not going to make that statement just yet. But if you at least put another free game on there, whether it be a PS4 decent game or even a PS5 game, then I would see in a way the $20 price increase for the essential plan may be worth it. And then the extra, and then especially the premium, not including first-party games day one like Microsoft does, and also not being able to play your PlayStation 3 games directly, natively on your PlayStation 5. This is just ridiculous then. $160 with no benefits, no nothing, not including first-party games day one. It's a scam. You're just literally scamming your consumers, Sony. And honestly, I hope it actually bites you in the fucking ass eventually. Because I feel like it will. So, this is Tech and Gaming Reviews. Hope you all enjoyed this angry rant of what Sony's decision about the prices increasing for PlayStation Plus tiers. So, if you could hit that like button if you enjoy this content, subscribe if you are new to this channel, and be sure to leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below if you think that this is so ridiculous or stupid of Sony increasing the prices of the PlayStation Plus tiers with zero benefits and zero niceties like first-party games day one, and even the PlayStation Plus Premium not being able to natively play PlayStation 3 games through the PlayStation 5 system. So yeah, just leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below on how stupid and ridiculous that you think this is, and if you are somebody that had one of these tiers, and if you're canceling or downgrading because of this reason. So just leave us your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Hit that like button if you're new, subscribe, and this is Tech and Gaming Reviews, and we will see you on the next video. Peace.